Yo, it's Lil Yerk, and today I'm bringing y'all a step-by-step tutorial on how to make my fully autonomous 1v1 map. The difference between my 1v1 map and other automatic 1v1 maps is that this map has no buttons and everything happens automatically. The builds reset when a player dies or if one player hits max height, and the winning player is teleported back to the bottom to maximize efficiency. By the end of this tutorial, you'll be able to recreate this mechanic in your own creative map. Before we begin, if you guys enjoyed this video, drop a like, hit subscribe, do whatever you want to do and all that stuff. If you want to support me, you can use code YerkYT in the item shop and it really helps me out a lot. Let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing we're going to need to do is grab a couple devices from the creative tab. Grab a trigger, an explosive barrel, and a music sequencer. Now fly out of the way of the center of the island and place the sequencer down. Throw down the trigger and place it inside the music sequencer and then open up the settings. Change when triggered transmit on channel to channel 1 and click accept. Copy that trigger and place another one down right next to it, this time opening up the settings and changing it to transmit every X triggers to 2 and also change it to transmit on channel 2 and click accept. Copy and paste that trigger and change it to transmit every 3 triggers and when triggered transmit on channel 3. You're going to repeat this process adding 1 to both settings each time until you reach 50 triggers. Make sure each trigger transmits every X triggers is the same number as the channel the trigger transmits on. Now open up the sequencer settings and set it to start sequence when receiving from channel 75 and click accept. Throw down the barrel device and open up the settings. Change player damage to 0. Turn structure damage all the way up to max 5000. Then turn the blast radius to 5. Turn knockback to off, and this next setting is optional, but I like to play with audio and visual effects turned off. Then turn visibility in game off, collision off, and set to explode when receiving from channel 1. Click accept, and now pick up that barrel and resize it, shrinking it to as small as it can go. Then place it down and copy the barrel and place another one down, open it up, and change it to explode when receiving from channel 2. Just like we did earlier with the triggers, we're going to repeat this process until you have 50 barrels that trigger on channels 1 through 50. Now, grab the reflective black gallery and throw it down. Start by taking the wall and making a 2x1 box and cover those with the floor. Then you want to grab a 1/4 wall block and place down 2 on each side of the 2x1 box. Once you've done that, grab the half stairs and place them down going in each direction. Finally, we can grab this long skinny corner piece thing and we can shrink it down to be as wide but as skinny as possible. Then place it down in between the 2 sets of stairs. Now we're going to grab a barrier device from the creative menu and place a barrier right underneath each set of stairs. You're going to copy these same settings for both barriers. Barrier depth, 0.5, box shape, box hollow, barrier style, blue force field, and enable when receiving from channel 73, disable when receiving from channel 74. Click accept and again copy those settings to the barrier on the other side. Now, grab another trigger from the Devices tab and throw it down. Set the reset delay to 10 seconds, then change the visibility in game to off. Make sure you turn on take damage while invisible, and when triggered, transmit on channel 72 and click accept. Pick up the trigger and resize it to fit each side of the 1v1 player boxes, then place it down on each side. Now we're going to need to grab another trigger and throw it down. Throw it down next to your music sequencer, open up the settings, and change it to transmit every 2 triggers. Set it to trigger when receiving from channel 72 and when triggered, transmit on channel 71. Now grab another music sequencer and then grab the music block gallery and place down the music sequencer. Throw the music block gallery down and select whatever you want the countdown noises to be. I use the highest pitch with the purple and tan blocks, but you can use whatever ones you want. Place down a block in the center of each square of the music sequencer. Then we want to grab another trigger, throw it down, and set this trigger to trigger on channel 74. Place this trigger on top of the last music block in the music sequencer. Now copy that trigger and slide down to the third music block and open up the settings. This time change it to trigger on channel 70 and click accept. Copy it again and place it on the second music block, changing it to channel 69. Click accept and do the same thing, but this time going to the first music block and changing it to channel 68. Now we're going to open up the creative menu and we're going to grab a HUD message device. Throw it down and move it to sit on top of the first music block in the music sequencer. Open up the settings and type in 3 in the message box, then turn time from game start to never. Change the message time to 1 second. You can pick whatever font for it, but make sure the message type is set to critical. Then change show when receiving from channel to 68 and click accept. Copy this device and place it on the next music block and change the message to 2. We're also going to want to change the show when receiving from channel to channel 69 and click accept. Once again, copy and paste on the next music block and change message to 1, and then change show when receiving from channel to channel 70. One last time, changing the message to go and show when receiving from channel to channel 74 and placing that on the last music block. Now we need another trigger device, so grab one from the creative menu and throw it down next to the music block sequencer. Set it to trigger when receiving from channel 74 and when triggered, transmit on channel 73. Then go and add a 5-second delay and a 5-second reset delay and click accept. Now head over to the 1v1 area and go inside the bottom that we blocked off earlier. Grab a barrier device and place it on the floor and open up the settings. Change the barrier style to whatever you want. I like Nebula, so that's what I'll be using. Then change the box style to box hollow. We want to set all the sides to 100 for this one and then click accept. Then we need to go put another barrier on the other side of the 2x1. Only this time we're leaving the box style as box and we're only making the width and depth 100, leaving the height at 1. Make sure to set the barrier style and click accept. Now select all the explosive barrel devices and move them over and place them on top of the 1v1 area. Next we need a team settings and inventory device. Place this down, set it to when enemy eliminates a player, transmit on channel 75, and when player eliminated, transmit on channel 75 as well, and then click accept. Now place 2 floors down on each side of the 1v1 box and place player spawns on all 4 sides. Make sure to set visibility in game to off because it looks better. Grab a teleporter and throw it down. Make sure you set teleporter target group to none. Set visibility to hidden and teleport to when receiving from channel to 75. Then go ahead and click accept and copy and paste one on the other side. Then we need to grab a hover platform device and a mutator device. Throw down the hover platform and we want to select it and fly up to the height limit. When you get to height, place it down and put a floor on top. Extend the floor by 1 and place a mutator device on the bottom of the floor. Open it up and change it to width and depth 100 and when player enters zone, transmit on channel 75. Then extend another floor from the hover platform and place a barrier on the bottom of that floor. Set width and depth to 100, but we're going to want to change height to 0.5. Set the barrier style to the same as whatever you chose before, then click accept. Go ahead and start the game and test it out. And there you guys have it, how to make the most automated 1v1 map in Fortnite creative. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you guys made it this far, comment, click accept down in the comment section. If you guys enjoyed this video, drop a like, hit subscribe, do whatever you want to do and all that stuff. If you want to support me, you can use code YerkYT in the item shop and it really helps me out a lot. If you want, check out more of my videos on screen now. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, stay up.